What a week. A week where we saw Colonel Mangena enter the Pretoria North High Court as a ballistic expert renowned for the Oscar Pistorius trial and leave, with his tail between his legs, so to speak, after responding to Mshololo's question, are you an analyst or are you a ballistic expert? And he picked the latter, of course, and he said, I'm just an analyst, okay? I'm just an analyst. Somewhere along the line, I was referred to as an expert. I didn't do any corrections, and in my humble opinion, everybody, Mangena really needs to go out there and issue a press release and issue that correction so that the records worldwide, including Wikipedia, address him correctly. Okay. Also, speaking of addressing, I appreciate the comments that I received. One of the comments that I got was saying that a lieutenant colonel and a colonel, although a colonel is higher ranking, when you address them both as colonel. It's interchangeable. It's not a problem. But former ballistic expert CHRIS Mangena is a lieutenant colonel. He's not yet a colonel. So it will be interesting to watch this space and see does he get a promotion after what has gone on in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Now, I've gathered you here, family, because there is this comment. I've been meaning to do this video all week, but it's been a busy week, okay? It's been a busy week in Judge Rada's courtroom. It doesn't matter if you look left or right, up or down, okay? Whether the bullet is cylindrical, spherical, conical, round. Why are bullets called rounds? Like, your questions are so thought-provoking in the comment section, and I love it for us. But this comment, pretty long, so brace yourselves. Get yourself your morning coffee if you haven't already. Happy Monday, Mzansi Unfiltered family. This comment comes through and it starts with, and I think it's perfect for us to close off the whole ballistic expert thing, but I would love for the defense possibly to use some of these arguments in their closing arguments, because we can. Some of the things Baloi said, it's like, okay, so where are you going with this? This is just some random gibberish sentences put together, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And here goes the comment. Ballistics experts. Woo, tongue twister so early in the morning. Let me try that one more time. Ballistics experts' involvement in both providing advice to investigators and conducting the analysis themselves can undermine the integrity of a criminal investigation in several ways. First of all, there's the potential of bias and conflicts of interest. When a ballistics expert is involved in multiple aspects of the case, CHRIS Mangena, let's see, going over to Cleveland to collect the firearm himself, signing nothing when he brings it into the lab, keeping it in his safe and, nobody knowing about it, going over to, 4 separate prisons to take the measurements of Muzisibia, Bongani Ntanzi, accused number 3, why is his name escaping me? Accused number 3, accused number 4, accused number 5. Except we all know accused number 5 said, get the hell away from me. You ain't touching me or measuring nothing of me. Being the guy also at the crime scene, being the guy also at the path. Like, do you see how many hats CHRIS Mangena wore? He was one very busy guy. But let's continue with the comment. When a ballistic expert is involved in multiple aspects of a case, including attending meetings with investigators and performing the analysis, it raises concerns about objectivity. Shololo brought this up, and impartiality. He's nowhere near impartial, this man. There is a risk of confirmation bias where the expert may unconsciously, I love that, unconsciously interpret evidence to align with their prior opinions formed during the investigative meetings. Amen. Can I get an amen? Because he says it. His confirmation bias is, it is better to prosecute a criminal than it is to defend a criminal. For me, that's the biggest takeaway from Mangena, okay? We can't ignore that. We can't forget that, because the internet does not forget. He definitely does have confirmation bias, okay? Let's go to the next point. Lack of separation of roles, 100%. There was no separation with Chris Mangena. He was all in, okay? Dedicated. Okay? Ideally, there should be a clear separation between the roles of investigator and forensic analyst to maintain the integrity of the process. When a ballistics expert performs both functions, it blurs this line and creates a perception of partiality, even if unintentional. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that Chris Mangena, ballistic analyst, was intentional in everything that he did? Was his heart of pure intentions, or it was up to something? It was up to no good. Up to no good. Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you type a 1 for it was unintentional. It was absolutely innocent. I know what you guys are saying, but that is not what Chris Mangena represents, okay? Or 2 for, oh my God, he knew exactly what he was doing, okay? He knew exactly what he was doing, and this was 100% intentional. 100%, yeah, intentional, okay? Next point goes on to say, challenges to expert testimony. The reliability of ballistic evidence has faced increased scrutiny in courts, with judges questioning the conclusiveness of linking specific firearms to bullets. If a ballistics expert is seen as too closely aligned with the prosecution's case, their testimony may be viewed as less credible and subject to challenges. Let me tell you something. We heard Judge Rutter say, I can't believe he even did that. He descended into the arena and he said to Umnisi, he was responding to Umnisi, and he says, if you don't want to see it, if you don't want to see it, you won't see it. Am I correct, Chris Mangena? And then he looks at Chris Mangena and Chris Mangena says, yes, but that is not what Chris Mangena says. And then Judge Rutter ends that with, I listen. No, because that is not what Chris Mangena said. Chris Mangena said, if it is visible, if it is not visible, doesn't mean it is not visible. Those are two different sentences, but let me know in the comment section if I said that right, okay? And then the comment goes on to say, there's also the potential for abuse of expert testimony. Let me say that one more time. There's also the potential for abuse of expert testimony. In the worst cases, a ballistic expert who is too involved in the investigative process could be pressured to skew their analysis to support the prosecution's theory of the case. I feel like we're in church and we got to repeat that one more time, because that is a testimony. In worst case scenarios, Senzo Meyiwa trial, a ballistics expert who is too involved in the investigative process could be pressured to skew their analysis to support the prosecution's theory of the case. This practice, known as being a I don't want to say that, but okay. This practice is known as being a hired gun, severely undermines the integrity of the justice system. Where is Lady Justice? Because, hello, Chris Mangena needs to be held accountable, okay? But we're yet to see what happens next. But thank goodness for Dave, okay? Thank goodness for Dave, who put him in checkmate mode. Because yes, otherwise, if Dave was not in that courtroom, if there was no ballistic expert for the defense team, Mangena would have been wilding, okay? He would have been all out on the witness stand, saying anything and whatever he wants, because hello, who really knows what a striation is in this courtroom, okay? Now, the last point is, to maintain the integrity of ballistic evidence and expert testimony, it is crucial to have a clear separation between the roles of investigator and forensic analyst. Can I get another amen? Ballistics experts should provide their analysis independently, based solely on the evidence, without being influenced by the investigative process. 100%. That's all we ask. And I think that is not a huge ask. I believe it. Does Mangena know what he's doing? Yes, I do. I mean, he was the first black ballistic analyst in the country. Okay? Did he learn the tricks of the trade? Yes. Does he know the good and the bad? Absolutely. He was the first. Okay? He knows the system. He knows how to play the system. He knows how to make the system work for what he wants to deliver. He did say, even after last year when he was in court on the 30th of August 2023, at that time he had about 5,600 cases under his belt. He has continued with the ballisticking dun-dunnies, okay? And he's now up over 6,000 cases, and not only that, he's been to court, okay? He's been testifying. You guys in your Senzo Meyiwa trial, you're overreacting. I am the expert of note. 6,000 cases. Is that enough? And let me tell you something. That was a brilliant move of Baloyi, okay? For the state. The state did score there, and they scored with Judge Rutter. That was a on-goal, home goal. I don't know, whatever goals out there, whatever else kind of goals. That was definitely a goal for the state, because that's what Judge Rutter hears. Judge Rutter hears numbers. Judge Rutter hears expert. Judge Rutter hears he works for the state. He has 29 years experience. I have 50. So I know more. I've worked in this field. Probably CHRIS Mangena has been the ballistic expert in other cases where Judge Rutter has been a presiding judge. Hence this kind of propensity, to look over to him, to help him out when he was drowning, okay? Because Mshololo was giving him no life jacket. The defense was applying pressure, okay, at Mangena's neck, and it was tough, okay? It was a tough battle. It is over for him for now. What happens next? Baloyi is bringing in his next witnesses from the imaginary 100 people list, okay? We don't know who's coming, but they are coming. One thing about them, they are coming. And when they come, are they going to help Mangena out with the processes and procedures, or lack of processes and procedures? Are they going to endorse his processes? Is that the way things are done in the South African Ballistic Expert Forensic Lab in Dondoni? Okay, is that how it's done just there? We members of the jury might see logic or illogic or irrelevance or broken procedures, but what exactly is the actual procedure inside there by the ballistics in Dondoni? And Dave used to work inside the Ballistics Laboratory of South Africa over there by the Forensics Department with Mangena, okay? He knows. He's been there. He did leave, of course, because Umlungu Wetu is now a private hire, okay? Is he a hired gun, though? No. Also, at some point, he's going to come back for the defense and go on the stand. I cannot wait for that moment. This is, the summary of the comment that we received. The comment also comes with citations. We love citations over here, okay? The citations come from What is a Ballistic Expert and What Do They Do? LinkedIn. There is also Ballistic Expert Career Guide. All Criminal Justice Schools. There is also Assessing Forensic Ballistics, 3-dimensional through, and then there's the link of the website. I will leave this comment up, okay? And this is also another one from the MD Criminal Attorney Don is over there. Yeah, those are the citations. So let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, okay? Absolutely would love to hear what your thoughts were. What was the good, the bad? What do you remember? Yeah, and that is it from me. If you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because that's what keeps the lights on. And for those who are watching from outside the club, 65% of you this week, I'm counting on you that we reduce that number down, okay? And more of you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and we keep this ship moving. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.